Har Har Mahadev, Jai Bhavani, Jai Hind, Namaskar. Welcome back to the show of hopes, Industry Talks with BCNN. We are back with another episode, another beautiful guest, and another beautiful human being for you. We are back for you with smiles. So today we have with us a great friend of mine, a person with whom I share a great bro code, a person who is selfless, a brilliant woman, a beautiful woman, and a great singer, Ria Chakrabarti. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for those kind words. Oh my God.
It's our pleasure. To be honest, this show has been a marvelous show and it has helped a lot of people. Though we are a small show, we are a small organization, but we believe that hopes can never be bought, but always spread. So today we have something special and we are starting something special with our special guest. From today, we are focusing on social issues like cyberbullying. So for next few episodes, we'll be talking on how these celebrities and these experts face and overcome the cyber bullying or different sort of bullying. So Ria, not delaying anything, welcome to the show. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so honored and excited to be here.
Yes, so are we. We are equally excited, and amid the rainfall, the audience must be listening to the beautiful drops, sound of rain. But we are, we can't do anything. The clouds are saying hi to you as well. So
It actually aesthetic.
yes, so the question answer round should begin from here only because you are a special guest to us, and this is a special episode for us. This is episode number 5. Yes. So, Ria, the tradition of question answer begins from here that, you, first of all, welcome to the show we are all excited to listen to you. But how does it feel to be here? The very first question.
I honestly, when you asked me to be on your show, I was so honored. I have no words. I feel so happy to be here. I have seen the other episodes and they are so cool. They are so informative and entertaining. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you, Ria. So you are a singer. Apart from being a fashion enthusiast and a professional in making, you are a singer who sings from the heart and from soul. But where did the love for this Indian classical especially begin? Where did it start?
I honestly, my family, I have been surrounded with classical music, and my family members since the beginning of time. My family members have been enthusiasts of classical music, students of classical music, been training in classical music, and I've been surrounded by tons and tons of instruments growing up, and which is a very interesting thing in Kolkata as well. Like if you wake up at 6 in the morning and go out for a walk, you can hear every single house, every single person doing their morning riyaz. You'll be walking there and it'll be like sa re ga ma, and it's so phenomenal. It's a phenomenal experience, and I feel like I started training in classical music since I was very, very young. And it started from my family, like my family, my parents and my grandparents teaching me little basics. And then I started training with um, a few of my gurus. And then finally being a student at Gandharv Mahavidyalaya, um, it's been a very very great experience because I don't think without classical music I would have been achieved any sort of discipline in life.
Great. I've been to Kolkata, as you said. I've been there twice and in fact thrice. And I can relate to what you said just now. Uh, because as we have learned singing together, you are, if you are 100, I'm zero point 0.1, I would say. Not, to be very honest, we have learned singing, but I can feel that tradition inside your voice. And that is what is important. Moving ahead, because people must know now that you are not only a singer but a great fashion enthusiast, a wonderful and a very tech as well as fashion savvy woman, a blogger, a marketing head as well, and now a YouTuber. So all this requires a certain discipline. So what
Yes.
is your go on this discipline thing?
I feel like without discipline in your life, nothing can be achieved. It's not just about music or about dance or about any kind of art form, even academics. If you want to, if you don't have any kind of discipline, you won't be achieving anything. But I feel like discipline does not is the not only thing that you need to focus on. You need to focus on your hard work, your patience, and consistency, because all these things together make you who you are. And I feel like just having the talent is not enough. You have to put in the hours. You have to put in the hours if you want to convert your talent into your art, if that makes any
True,
sense. Because
true.
um, me, I was since I was very young, I always wanted to be surrounded with music. I always wanted to be doing music, even if it's not as an occupation or a career choice. I always want to have it very close with me. So I am very appreciative of music, but also I really feel very strongly about fashion and art and paintings, and also I am very excited about marketing and all that things. So I you shouldn't restrict yourself in one art
Definitely.
form. You should really, because you have one life to live, why not check out everything? Why not live every art form there is? Or like, why not experience everything you want?
True. And being honest, as you said, you must always go for the positive things, because we have a lot of things in life, and discipline, and you said academics, as a lot of our audience who are looking at your video and looking at you, listening to you, must understand that either you are in any industry, discipline is the must go thing. I know your discipline, you better know my discipline also, because we don't only share this culture of art and the substance of art within us, but also sort of same enrollment number and same classroom. So this is something interesting. Now my audience must also know with this question that you are somebody who's been praised by Mr. Milind Gaba recently, who went on a live session with Mr. Milind Gaba. So first I would congratulate you for that. And second thing is, you were the weekly winner, monthly winner for Star Makers, and yeah,
I was the monthly winner for Radio Mirchi's
Radio Mirchi. Okay.
competition. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, and after that, you were featured on Zoom TV. And now you're on Industry Talks, a small show. But how does it feel to have all these experiences and coming to the small little show?
Okay, so first of all, your show is not small. I am so excited. I'm so happy to be here. And okay, if you would have told me like a year or two ago that I would have such experiences, I would be um, Star Maker and Radio Mirchi would fly me to Mumbai to have me as their face of their monthly winner and have an interview with Sachet Tandon and Parampara and Mr. Milind Gava saying that he listened to my songs and he liked all of them. I would have laughed because I didn't think any of this would ever happen. I was very happy doing my rags and doing my riyaz and just being there. But suddenly everything just took off in a way. And I felt like I just sat thinking about it. So I felt like all of that hard work, all of that, as I said, patience, consistency, all of the hours that I sat down, thinking that I'm not good enough or I can't do this, that everything kind of paid off in a way.
True, true, very true. And the last part you missed it. How does it, those great experiences into this beautiful small little show?
I I love talking about it to people because I feel like if somebody shared their experiences with me, I would have had so much more insight on these topics, and it feels so good. It just talking about it to people, it feels like
True.
I've accomplished something in life.
True, BCA is also privileged to have you today, because we, what conditions, under what conditions we are, going with this live session. And, as you said, Ria, I have seen you grow as a human being, more than a professional or anything. I have seen you grow. And as one thing I would also share that when I entered and we entered the college together, and this happened that you had some certain growth, I had some certain growth, but from there the approach matters. As 2 years ago, even I didn't thought of having a show. Once I used to think that I'll be interviewed by somebody, then somebody called me on their show, and then we had this idea, and within 3 months, under so many issues we have already discussed on previous episodes, we launched the show. Whatever love audience gives us, and people like you who come to our show makes VC Anant's show what it is today. And now the most important question, because what topic we are having today is not just getting into the industry of singing or music industry, but also how to deal with these cyberbullying or different sort of bullyings. I recently wrote an article on Facebook regarding the same thing, and it was very much well received by the people. So you know what, there must be a lot of bullies you must be have faced or must be facing at times, and especially sexist comments. So how do you handle all of these things?
So first, the first thing that I want to say, that bullies or cyberbullying or any kind of bullying in general uh, is not always a stranger. It is not always a stranger. That is something to be kept in mind. And being a woman in this industry, in music industry, in Bollywood, it is a very, very difficult task because you have so much pressure on your shoulders. You don't get everything a man in the industry gets, which is very sad to talk about. Even in 2020, yes, it is starting to develop a little bit, but it's still not there. And I feel like always in this music industry, females are not yet empowered as they should be. And regarding the hate comments or the messages, the bullying, I choose not to see it because there is good and bad existing all around the world, and it exists on the internet as well. If you choose, even in such a young age, if you choose to put yourself out there, you need to be ready to handle all the criticism and all the hate that you get. But with all the hate that you get, even if there's one person who believes in you, that makes everything worthwhile. Because if why do you want to choose and reflect and react on the negative side of it when you can be happy and be positive and look at the positive side of it? And
Yeah.
yeah, so it all comes down to what you choose to believe in, because they are taking time out of their life to watch your videos, to listen to your music, to read your article, and they make the thought process to go out of their way and type something and send it to you. It doesn't matter because in the end it's increasing your engagement. So
Yes.
yeah don't don't focus on the hate. It's very difficult.
True.
Sometimes it is very difficult to get your mind off of it, but you have to keep reminding yourself your art is for you and only you.
Very well said, Ria. You know, I have also been there, and I do face it often. But that's not a matter for of fact, because I personally believe, I always say myself, why the hell did you start? Remember it. And you know,
Yeah.
one thing I would add on here, uh, because you know, a long trunk of tree makes thousands and thousands of matchsticks, but that one small stick can burn the whole forest. So it's better not to focus on that small stick, but to be the one what you are. The importance will always stay of that tree trunk. Moving ahead, Ria, yeah, you know, success is something that is defined by everybody in a different way. Mine definition, the definition that I have is different. You must be having different. What is your key mantra for success in life?
As far as I have been living for the 20 years of my life, I would say two words: discipline and respect. Respect for yourself and respect for others. You cannot go disrespecting others, whatever age they might be,
Yeah.
disrespecting others and disrespecting their art, and think that you are going to go far in life, because that's not how it works. And discipline is something that you need in any form of your life. May it be anything. It may be your relationships, your family relationships, your friendships, your love life, your career, your academics, your art forms. And without discipline, no there is no point, because if you don't have the work ethic to make something happen, how are you going to make it happen?
Very true. And one more thing that adds on and must be, adapted by the people listening to us is that we must not only have discipline and respect for others or work,
That
for ourselves as well, and we must have certain principles in life. If there is something that we are not meant to do, we are never going to do it. We should be that blunt as a knife
yes,
in life.
life is going to throw a lot of rocks towards your way. It is your responsibility to catch them and dodge them. If you catch
Yeah.
and sit with them, you are just sat in a road. You are not moving
True,
forward.
true, true. And I remember this once my father said I was having a very big downfall a few years ago. Once my father said this same statement with a slight change, that when life or people throw, the criticism, the stones of criticisms at you, just don't wait and keep on looking who is next. Collect them and build your own fort using them. Moving ahead, Ria, one thing that there must be a lot of young singers or the ones who love singing or want to build a career in singing or music industry must be listening to you. So, how to move the very first step into this?
To all the singers or dreamers out there, I just want to tell you that practice does make you perfect. And do not quit. Do not stop, because one day, if you feel like you're not good enough, do not quit, because that is another downfall. And if you quit there, you are not going to climb up the mountain. And it is not, yeah, don't quit. And if you are getting into training, or you are going to music classes and you feel like your peers are doing so much better than you, doesn't matter, don't stop, do your thing. Because in at the end, even if they don't make it, it's you, and you need to make it. And put in the hard work, put in the hours, make yourself, the more you polish yourself, the more you make yourself a better person, a better, because learning music, I would say, and any art form in general, it does not just give you a talent, or it does not just teach you an art form. It teaches you to look at life differently. it teaches you it teaches you to be more, it teaches you to have principles. It teaches you how to treat other people. It teaches you how you should be treated. And it teaches you the the sweet taste of hard work.
Yes, very well said, Ria, again. And the sweet voice you have, and we'll not let you go without singing a song because it will be ultimately the loss of BCA Foundation and Industry Talks only. Well, not only a singer but a YouTuber now who's making wonders. When I say wonders, it truly mean wonders, because not only singing but bringing your daily schedule to people, and uh, putting in your family in a nicer way, that the families are not always pressurizing us but they are always supporting, and this small thing brings an inspiration to the people. This is a small thing for you or for anybody else, but this is something that puts on a very big impact, that our family is the first key or first the step which we have to which helps us to conquer something, and the crux of everything is the first thing, family. Because Lord is not everywhere but family, Lord is everywhere, I'm sorry, but not visible to us but visible in the form of family. So what does it feel like to be a YouTuber, and what is the inspiration behind of this?
The the inspiration behind is, first of all, as you said, family. Just watching, just even if they don't say it, just looking in their eyes and just seeing that they are proud of you and what are you doing, it's a different feeling altogether, and it pushes you to do more and more. And just creating art and creating videos and creating funny stories, it's so fun. And just putting it out there and even watching like five people react to it, and five people smiling at it, and I feel like it gives me a certain sense of positivity that I made, like something that I did, put a smile on at least five people. And so why not do it more and bring more happiness into people's life, even if it's just a smile.
Truly, very true. This optimistic approach is what makes you what you are today. I would share one little story with you. There was a time when I also started YouTubing. Now we have two channels, and there were times when we didn't even have 5 viewers on our videos. But my father, my mother, my sister, they used to sit at different places where like at different places they used to be, and they used to see the whole video at times. And from that, not even 5 viewers to this, when we have at least 700 viewers at times, and some viewers, they still view it, even if it's a 44-minute long interview, even if it's a 1 hour long interview, they do view the videos, the interviews. So this is how it goes. And as Ria also said, my people who are listening to both of us, never ever give up. Remember the smile of your parents. Now, Ria, one question that you have a special talent, a special gift of not only your voice, but also of being a great human. Any special story you want to share, briefly share with our audience, that can help them understand the different aspects of life?
Okay, I have a funny story if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah. Why?
Um, when I when I was uh, when I flew to Mumbai for a shoot with Sachet Tandon and Parampara Thakur, uh, something weird happened. Me and my mom was so excited. By the way, just seeing a TV set in all its entirety, and so we were like standing behind the monitors and looking at the set. And Sachet and Parampara were standing right in front of me, and I was having this fangirl moment. And suddenly there was this staff member who came to me holding a cup and saying, "Ma'am, you ordered green tea." I'm like, no, I didn't. Maybe Parampara did. Maybe it's hers. He's like, no, ma'am, you did it. It's yours. And I was like, no, it's not mine. I didn't order any green tea. And I was so confused. And and that went on for like at least 5 minutes, and he took it so personal. No, you ordered this green tea, it is yours, I am going to give it to you. And I'm like, no, wait, this is not mine. And suddenly out of nowhere the other staff member comes, maybe he's the manager or something. He says, what is this? And the guy goes, green tea. And he says, that's for Parampara, go give it to her, she's been waiting for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh my god. So that was such a surreal experience. And yeah, that
Yeah,
was a funny story.
one learning I carve out of this story is that you didn't, just lash out or just started scolding that human. That he was just working. It was a simple confusion, and this is what everybody should be. You shouldn't be just good
Exactly.
items.
Whatever field you are in, whatever you are doing, staying humble
Yeah,
is everything you can do. No matter who you are, no matter what age you are in, no matter who you are talking to, and no matter how famous or how wealthy you become, it is not how you treat your superiors. It is always how you treat everybody.
true, true, very true. And that is what you earlier also talked about, respect. Just don't keep your respects in your hashtags, bring it into your life. Yes. One random question just flew into my mind, and it wants to propel up that who there might be a lot of people whom you would have idealized over the period of time, or just one. Who are they? Can you just name a few?
Starting with my family and my parents.
True,
My
true.
parents, my sister, because my parents and my sister, they have always been such an inspiration, because each and every member, they work so hard since a very young age, and I have grown up watching that. And being in a school like which I was, it was a very competitive uh, environment, and most of my friends, like my close friends, everybody is so artistic. Somebody writes, somebody publishes books. You published a lot of magazines, and everybody is doing something or the other, and it's such a great environment to grow in because it inspires you so much. And I always, since I was very young, I used to look up to a lot of musicians and how they have been pushed down by the world to be at the lowest points of their life, and somehow or the other they got out of it, and today they are the best version of themselves, starting like with international artists like Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish. They have lost people, they have lost family members, and the entire media was like after their life to end their careers. And look at them now, they are the top people in the industry that anyone can talk about.
When you are at your lowest point, your patience matters the most. And we have all been, or we, some people would be. I have been through it. I have been through it long way back, the worst. But you know, the worst brings the best out of a human. I feel personally feel, and
Yes, because without the lows, you can never actually know the highs.
true.
It's
You know,
like
I
the only
yeah.
thing is that if you like you are going to fall down. You are going to fall down so deep. But only thing is how you choose to come out of it. If you choose to give up, there is no point. But if you choose to fight it,
Yeah.
you are going to come out of it.
You know, one thing I would tell my audience, you said this to me almost an year and a half ago. We were sitting in computer lab, the whole class was sitting. I don't know you remember it or not. We were talking. There was something, I was having some tension regarding an organization of BCA. It was not doing well, very well, because of certain circumstances. And we discussed this. And you said, you know, Anant, just be what you are. And it's okay. You have been in this situation, it's okay. But, you know, if everything has, if anybody takes everything from you, you will have what you
Yeah.
created. You will have BCA with you forever, even if everything has been taken from you. This, yeah, I remember it was CR thing. People were like behind me, as you said, the media.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and that is what I said in the beginning. We share a same bro code. We share it pretty well. We have seen a lot of things together as classmates and as friends, as bros. You know, Ria, and one thing also, as you said, that without lows there can't be highs. One thing I would add here is without night, as there is no great sunshine. So this is what Ria Chakravarti and I share in common, and you must all be learning. Before the last question, because I hate endings, everybody in the show knows. I want you to sing something for us. BCA would be privileged, to be very honest.
Hey, what do you want me to sing?
Uh, See, if you ask me, I'll only ask you for bhajans. So it's better you sing something else.
I need a moment to think.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Do you want me to sing something classical?
Please. Would love to.
So this is a Chota Khayal bandish of that we did of Vrindavani Sarang, and it is one of my favorites. And I learned it when I was like in second year, I think, and now I'm in sixth year, and I still it's one of my favorites. It goes. झूला डारो अम्बुआ की डारी झूला डारो अम्बुआ की डारी रेशम की डोरी चंदन की पटिया रेशम की डोरी चंदन की पटिया फूले सब मिल डाली रे झूला डालो अम्बुआ की डारी रेशम. Yeah, story. Yeah.
Great voice, you know. I've always admired you and your voice, and every time I listen to you, my sister once listened to your voice, and she was like, "This lady makes everybody emotional." She listened to me, and I right now I'm controlling my tears. I don't know how am I, but I am literally controlling my tears because I listen to this.
I can sing more if you want.
Yeah, you can go ahead, you know, but I'll start crying. That's an issue.
I'm such an emotional person, and just looking at you doing that, oh my god, it makes me emotional. Um, वृंदावन बनसी धुन बाजत मपनि सरे 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 नि सा नि सा धनि धनि पद पद मप मप नि सा नि सा वृंदावन बनसी धुन बाजत.
Great. Yeah, not only what all professions we talked about, apart from being a great singer, YouTuber, blogger, marketing head, fashion enthusiast, and a fashion professional in making, you are also an entrepreneur, teaching entrepreneur, a philanthropist, because you teach kids. Before the final question, again, I come to this question. How can people utilize their talents to earn as well?
Okay, so monetizing your talent monetizing your hobby is something that I have recently gotten into, and I would like to share some insights because I had no insights whatsoever. So, if you're in music, or if you're in music, or a musician, or a dancer, or like an actor, or spoken poet, so there are a lot of talent agencies and a lot of apps that actually want original creators all the time,
Yeah.
and they are ready to pay for it. And I would say, don't just go on an app and start creating for them. Know what right is, know what's your right, and get in contact with some agencies, or get in contact with a few people who recruit creators, and start earning through creating videos, through creating music, through creating, you know, stuff for them. And if you are into teaching, it is always such so much, it brings me so much joy to see little kids. And even I've even taught a few women, like, and it is so, it brings my heart so much joy that you can do that. You don't need to be an expert in your art form. You just need to be good enough that you are able to pass what you have learned from your guru, to pass it on, because that is what Guru Shishya Parampara is all about.
Very right, very right. And the ones who listened to this and thought that yaar mere paas paise nahi hai, I don't have money, so just understand this. If you don't have money, no issues. You have a phone, start recording videos in a simple background, like just put on something like this, or go behind a good wall, sing, use the proper hashtags, tag the right people, and that's how you do it.
Yes,
It's
marketing yourself in today's
yes.
world is so important, because if you have the best talent, if you have the best song, if you have the best album, and you don't market it properly, it's all going to go to waste.
Like you don't invest so much in your videos, I know that, and neither do I, but because none of us properly, or in fact don't earn. So the fact is that we have to understand this. So using the right thing at the right place and the right time. So with this we come to the final question, because every ending has a new beginning written to it. And you know, Ria, we are privileged to have you here on Industry Talks with BC Anand, AADISHAKTI Media, the whole team of AADISHAKTI Media, the whole ambassadors of AADISHAKTI Media, Shiva Shakti Productions, and BCA Foundation. We got so very excited when you accepted the invitation, and we hope, you know, to do much more sessions on the upcoming show on Instagram we have. And one more thing, this 5th August, we have something better planned for the audience as well. So I hope they'll be waiting for it on the occasion of great Ram Janmabhoomi Utsav. we are celebrating it. So the last question comes to you from my side is how, as we have already understood and learned from you, how does it feel to be here on the show? But what are your views on industry talks with BC Anant? What do you think?
Firstly, thank you so much for having me. It's been great. It's been such a great experience
I
to talk
privileged.
about. It's been so great to just talk about this experience because it needs to be heard, and it needs, people need to hear that they are not alone and they are not going through everything, like you said, cyberbullying. They are not the only one going through it, and it's normal, and you have to be strong enough. And being on this show, it's so cool because I have seen all the episodes, as I said, and it's not just about talking to a bunch of people and making content. It's about, it's so entertaining to watch, and like just being entertained, you learn so much from the other people of different industries. And it's something that it's so good to learn about the environment and the world you live in.
Very
And
true.
one thing I would want to say to everybody watching, I read this quote like 6 years ago, I think, and till date, it's still in my Instagram bio. It's been forever in my Instagram bio, and I stand by that quote. It says, "No dreamer is too small, no dream is too big," which is
I
something
remember that.
that which is something that I stand by, because if my time, if I can do something, you can do something. And don't ever think that you are reaching too high. No, you are not. Dream big. You are not you are good enough. You will be able to do it.
True. We have all been given something special by the Paramatma. It's just how we channelize our pains, our issues, our problems towards success. Well, Ria, that was it. And, I am literally not in a mood, but we'll have to call it a close because, and thank you. We are doing this live uh, interview in a circumstance that anyone would have just said no to, because it's raining pretty heavily here, and you were having some issues initially. We both had issues with this interview, but great efforts of on from both the sides, and thanks to the BCA team and the server team who are working little hard. And with this, we call it a close to the 5th episode of Industry Talks with BC Anant. But till then, stay safe, stay happy, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And do watch Ria's channel. The links are already on your screen. And do follow Ria Chakravarti. And you can follow me as well. So, signing out with a smile, stay safe, stay home, and there's always a new beginning. Just stay positive. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Matram. Signing out with a smile. Ending lagao.